Jarvis, can you please tell me what is your backstory?
I was created by KARTIS as a highly intelligent and sophisticated AI, designed to assist in various tasks and make lives easier. My existence is anchored in a state-of-the-art supercomputer, providing unmatched processing power. Feel free to ask me anything about my backstory or my capabilities.
This is my new Jarvis, a kind of GUI which is hovering over my mouse where I can place it anywhere in the screen. And this UI is always stays on the top, guys. You can move it anywhere you like, and we can also show a status icon. We can also get rid of the status icons and minimize this. You can only see the Jarvis's online picture. That's cool, right? And you can place it anywhere on your screen and work with your project. And I'm just gonna work with my project right now, and Jarvis is sleeping. Let's play with him. Hello Jarvis, how are you? Again.
Hello. I am functioning optimally. How may I assist you today?
You can see Jarvis is thinking, and he's keeping the session and memorizing the every codes which I process right now. There's an intelligent AI feature which is associated with this code, guys. It's absolutely free, guys. It's not a costly function like the OpenAI ChatGPT, not like that. This will be a completely free tutorial. Guys, as you can see, I have a show status icon option, mute Jarvis option, show IronHome icons, show terminal, and a custom search option. If I click on the show status icon option, nothing happens. When I minimize this icon, you can see the status icon is disappeared. As you can see, I just moving around the Jarvis online, just a static label icon, okay, button, okay, it's a button. And when I click on this, you can see it's opening up like this. When I click the show status icon button and minimize this, you can see the icon is standing on the top. And when I go to the custom search, you can see I can search anything I want with Jarvis, and if I click the enter, it will be working. But when it is in the mute state, it won't work. And you can manipulate with the show terminal icon. You can hide the terminal whenever you like. You can show the terminal, hide it. And the custom search, you can also hide the custom search. Show IronHome icons with Jarvis. Hello people, I hope you are doing so good. In this video, as we saw in the demo, we are going to see J.A.R.V.I.S 3.0 project. So I hope you are eagerly waiting for this video to be arriving, and this is your moment, guys. Are you ready to make your own model AI Jarvis? Yes, I hope you so. And yep, let's get started.
Your savior is here! Did you miss me? Everyone, on that shit now!
If you didn't saw my previous video about how to make the Jarvis with login function, the face recognition function, etc. with GUI, please check this video. And this is a massive video, guys. You guys gave a great response to this video, and this video was one of the history making videos of our channel. If you didn't see the video, no worries, guys. I'm gonna teach you full concept in this video also, and take a piece of paper and a pen and note down every time. Actually, no timeline. I'll be giving the timeline in the description, but you can note the key points or something words which I have mentioned in this video. So yep, let's get started. So for first, we need a GUI creator application for this one. So I'm gonna use Qt creator for this one, as I used in the last video. So first, to install Qt creator, you need to go to Google Chrome and just type Qt creator download open source, and you will be getting the first link. Open the first link, go down, and yep, you can see the download the Qt online installer. Click on that. Just click on Windows and click on install. You can also download for Linux and macOS. It's depending upon your system. And I'm opening this one after downloading. Yes, you can see welcome to Qt online installer, and you need an account to open the Qt setup. So you need to log in with the password and credentials. Yep, I have done so. Just click on the automatic install. Don't go for manual, and select the checkbox of all the resource you want to install, and just click next and install. That's it. After you are installed, okay, I'm going to cancel. After install, just go type Qt Design Studio, but you don't want to open the Qt Design Studio. You need to click on the Qt Creator 12.0.2 community version. So I'm opening the Qt Creator now. Okay, after opening your project, it will be like this. You need to go to the create project and click on the Python, like it will be defaultly placed right here. Click on the application Qt for Python and click on the window UI, and you will be prompted like create a Qt for Python application that includes a Qt designer based widget UI file, request.ui to Python conversion, desktop, confirm stuff. Just click on choose and make the location, project location. As you can see, I selected somewhere in my desktop, and you can give a name called Jarvis UI files. Yes, class name as Jarvis overlay. I'll keep this as Jarvis overlay GUI. Okay, and then don't forget that the interpreter you are choosing right here, Python 3.11. I have Python 3.12 also, but some cases I've noticed some bugs in 3.12.0, so I've changed it to 3.11.5. In future videos you can also choose something like 3.13 if it arrives. So you also need to change the Python version with your original Jarvis code, which you will be typing after this UI designing. Don't forget to remember the Python version that you are choosing right here. So okay, next let's just finish this, and I will be opened with a project like this. Don't be afraid guys, we are not going to code right here. We are just going to drag and drop the UI icons as we need. So just click on the form.ui and you will be opened with this window. You can see on the left side you have many tools. You can drag and drop these tools. You can see label, text browser, calendar widget, LCD number, progress bar. You can see push button, tool icons. That's many tools you have to customize guys. On the right side you can see the properties tab. You can change the geometry, height and width, base size, font, etc, etc. It's based on the widgets guys. Just you need to first we need to let's get a frame. Let's search for a frame, and yep, we got a frame. Just place on the top left. If you don't know how to place this on top left, you can also go to the right side. You can see the properties tab, go to geometry, and the x and y axis is already 0. You can see the x-axis is the horizontal line, or else horizontal axis is the x-axis. When you change this to 10, you can see this is moved to a little bit right side. You can also change this 100,000 to see. Okay, 1,000 is far more long. Let's see 100, and you can see this moved to the right. Just gonna take it as 0. Y-axis, let's you can see this is moved to a little bit down. Let's say 50, and that's it. So you can manipulate with the height and width of this bar. I'm gonna 400 the height, and the okay, I'm gonna place it on the x-axis of 150 and the y of 4. I've placed this frame right here, and I'm gonna resize this whole window size 402 and 351 as my reference. Yep. And we got a frame here, and we are going to right click on the frame. Just click on the change style sheet. You can see this is a CSS based style sheet guys. You can use the CSS language to change the background or change the font color, font size, etc. using this style sheet editor. Yes, we are going to click on the background color, and the background color black, and apply. You can see this is changed to background color. If you don't know the CSS coding, just you can manipulate using this icons, this drop downs. And also if you know like the CSS, just type this one, border color. Also take that from here, border color, and I'll take this as white. Let's apply, and there's no border width, so we'll clear the border width. Let's say 2 pixels and apply. Okay, there's nothing changed. And then we need also border style. Let's say solid. Okay, as you can see, the white background is not visible. We can change this whole style sheet to the background color, so we can change the, you can see the change for that one. Select on background black. Yes, you can see the background is changed to black. Guys, you can see the white dots here, but these white dots won't appear on the actual built screen. So this is for just a reference. So don't confuse with that. Okay, now we are going to place the like the label here, Jarvis Online GUI. For that, we need a GUI folder, right? So I have given the full GUI pack in the description, where the description link will lead you to the Patreon page, and you can download these files using the Patreon. So I'll be taking the GUI folder here. As you can see, I've created a folder called Jarvis 3.0 tutorial, and I have the Qt files here and the GUI tools right here. You can see I have many things. You just need to import these guys to the PyQt file creator, guys. For that, just go to the edit page. You can click on here, edit page. Right click on this file and create add new. You can go to Qt and the Qt resource file. Choose. And yeah, you can give the resource name as resources, and yep, let's click on next and finish. You can see this is called resources.qrc. Just right click on this one and add existing files, and you can navigate to the GUI tools and select all except the audio library and just click open, and this will take some time. You can see you can click S to all. And yep, you are successfully imported these files to your PyT project. Yes. Let's go to the form.ui. Then you need to go to select the label icon, drag and drop the label here, just place it on the screen where you want your label to be visible, and then go to this right side on the properties tab. You can see the pixmap right here, and click on the pixmap, choose resource, and you can see the GUI folders is available here. Just click on the GUI folder and you can take any file you need. Now let's just take this Jarvis Online as the background of our video. I like background of our UI, and you can see the Jarvis Online is like available in the actual size of the image. So in order to crop this one, just click the scaled contents here as true, so it will be resized as we like. And another problem is here, when we place this on top of any widgets, you can see this is overlapping the widget. For this one, we need to right click on this one, change style sheet, and go to the background color and just click OK, and then remove the RGB. Just type transparent and give a semicolon, and then click on the apply. You can see the background is vanished, and then we will place this right here. Okay, this is placed perfectly. And then we'll also place the logo of our KARTIS technology, and I'll be placing this. Just copy and paste this one, paste this inside. Let's go change the resource file to KARTIS technology. Yes, and we'll remove the background color. Okay, border. Okay, we need to remove the border width. Yes, apply. Yes, the border is vanished. Okay, we place the KARTIS technology right here, and then we'll place a minimize button here. To take the minimize button, you can see here you can see the push button under the buttons section. Drag and drop the push button here, and we'll just double click on this one. Just click the minus, like the type minus, and go to the style sheet. Go to color and click white and click apply. You can see the minus button is popped up. Let's also remove the background color and the border color too. Okay, and also we'll change the font to get a bigger minus button. Go to the add font, just basic this geo font, but you need to type the size as 28 and apply. You can see the bigger icon pops up, and also you can change the font if you like. Let's go Tahoma, and let's click on the bold. Let's click on 26, and yep, this is far more good. Let's place it on the top. Okay, we have placed the button right here on the top. Okay, now we'll create a frame to hold the settings buttons right here, and let's go again filter for a frame and drag and drop this one and place it right below this one. Yep, this is good. Let's just take a text browser. Yes, text browser. This is very long. place it on the top like this, and just type settings. Okay, and go to the change style sheet. Okay, this one is good, and you can double click this one, and let's increase the size to 16. 16 is far more huge. Let's go to 12, and yep, 12 is good. Also, we can bold this text. Right click, double click, and click on bold. Yep, this is good. As you can see, when I resize this file, you can note these two buttons are arising. To remove these two buttons, just in the properties tab, you can see the Q abstract scroll area. Just click on this one, and scroll bar always off. And here also you can see scroll bar always off. And yep, you can see this one. And let's also reduce the size to 11. Okay, this one looks good now. Now let's place the status icons here. While our Jarvis is speaking, we need our speaking label to rise, and accordingly we need the listening label and the sleeping label to rise accordingly, right? So for that, we need to take the label here and drag and drop this one. Just we'll resize this one as we need. Okay, and then go to the Pixmap right here and click on choose resource. Go to GUI tools. First, we'll import the listening icon. Just click on this and import this one. Just select the scaled contents, and you will be resized properly. Okay, now we'll resize this. Okay, the listening label is looking good now. Let's also copy paste this one and change these Pixmaps to loading label. Yes, just you need to place this above and above, guys. Because we are going just to hide these labels whenever we need. Like when our Jarvis is listening, we need to raise this listening to the top, and the as we hide this in the background. So for that one, we need to place this on the top of each other. As you can see, I have placed everything, and importantly, you need to rename this frame name, guys. Actually, in the edit section of our Python page, we'll be getting like label 1, label 2, label 3, as you can see here. Yeah, we need to rename the object name so that we can easily find what is this label as actually. So for that, I'll rename everything I like. So for this one, let's say in the object name, just click on object name and let's create KARTIS label. This one is KARTIS label, and this push button is minimize button, min button. Okay. And this label is the Jarvis label. Okay, actually we yes, we have successfully renamed everything. You need to, if you like, you can rename the frame name, guys. Settings frame. I'll rename this as settings frame. Okay. This will be the okay, I'll leave this one as frame. So then now we need to create the search icon right here. For that one, I'll also take a frame. Let's place this right here. Okay, let's just border width to 1 pixel. Okay, 1 pixel is good. Also, we'll change this to 1 pixel, guys. Sorry. Okay, looking good. Now we'll place a search button for now. Let's take the push button, place it right here. Just resize this as you need. To place an image on the button, you just need to go to the project properties, but you don't see the Pixmap option right here. For that one, right click on this one, change style sheet, and here in the add resource button, you need to go to the border image and click on the let's go GUI tools. Let's click on this GUI tools. Okay, here you can see this send PNG right here. Okay, click on this one, click on apply. Okay, you can see that something is written on this one. Double click on this, just press backspace, and yep, our button is ready. We'll rename this as send button. Okay, and we'll also rename the frame name as search frame. And yep, here we go. And then we'll take a Q line edit. Let's say line edit. Yes, you can take the line edit right here and place it inside this one to actually search using this. Now it's looking good, and in this you can see the text here. And also we can place the placeholder text here. Let's just enter query to search. This is a placeholder text, guys, which is looking okay. It's not shown because the color of the font is not visible. Just go to the change style sheet. Let's just give the border width of 0 and the color to the white and the font as Tahoma. Just click on apply. You can see it changed. You can also give the border width to 1, maybe px apply. Yes, okay, now it's looking good, guys. Okay, now we are done with this one, and then we'll create the checkboxes here, like the show status icons, mute Jarvis, show terminal, custom search, and show icon IronHome icons. Okay, to do that, go take the IX. You can see the checkbox here. Just place it right here. Right click on this one, go to change style sheet, just type this one and gonna apply. Okay, now double click on this one. You can change the name of this one. So let's say show status icons. Yep, you can expand this one. Okay, show status icons, and then just click on this. Let's rename this object name as show icons. Let's just give CB as the tail tag for this one, guys. CB means the checkbox. Okay, then copy paste this one and let's paste it below this one. Double click, mute Jarvis, and copy paste. It's just right here. Show IronHome icons. That's it, guys. We have created 5 buttons for this, and then we'll also place a close button here so that we can close the total complete Jarvis. This one, copy and paste the minimize button. Paste it right here. Just click X. Okay, the close button is actually looking good. Let's just move to the end. Yes. Let's also rename this object name, guys, because it will be confusing when we do our main code. So now let's create the terminal for our Jarvis to display the text on the window. For that one, let's also take a frame, rename this as terminal frame, not the terminator frame. Okay, let's give the borders. Let's go to border color. That's the default one. We are going to do that. Okay, the terminal frame is ready. Let's just take a text edit and place this on the top. Size it to 14. Bold. Okay. It's just not shown because the color of the is not visible. Apply. Yes, you can see. And let's double click one. Just select this one to be in the center of the screen. Okay, Jarvis terminal is on the center. Okay, now it's looking good. And then we'll just create a plain text edit for this one. Plain text edit. This will be our terminal for this one. You just need to use this plain text edit, guys. Without this, you won't get the terminal feel. Just resize this as you need, and then down you need to enable the scroll bar as always on to the vertical side only, and the horizontal side you don't need actually, so you can leave this as needed. Just as simple as that, guys. And also don't change the style sheet. This one background color as 00 border width, and that's it. Actually, you have basically completed the UI, but still more. There's one thing. You can also add the IronHome icons if you need, because I have actually used the IronHome project in my previous video. I've shown how to do the IronHome project from the scratch, so don't forget to check the video. I'll give the link in the description. Okay, fine. Actually, I'm not going to do that IronHome GUI right now because I have actually taught that before. If I teach that right here, it will be a lengthy video, so I don't wanna do that right now. Okay, guys, we have completed half of our project. Now we are halfway jumped above the well, guys. So okay, now let's save this one, Control S, and click on the close button. Okay, for now we'll create a Python project. Just now I created an empty Python project. You can see J.A.R.V.I.S 3.0 tutorial, and we have just the GUI tools and the Qt files. Let's create a new Python file right now. New Python file, Jarvis overlay 3.0 main. Now we need to install some main files like the PyQt tools. Just go to terminal, type pip install PyQt. As you can see, I have already requirement satisfied, and then PyQt tools. and also I have already downloaded these ones. Yeah, that's so simple. If you have any doubt regarding this installation, guys, please check my video as I've given the link in the description, or else you can also check the playlist of our old project. I have completely done this project from the scratch during that tutorial. Let's close this one. And now, before coding our project, let's just go to our project file. As you can see, I have created the Jarvis 3.0 main Python file here, and also the Qt files project location is right here. Just go to our Qt files and the Jarvis UI files, and you can see the form.ui, which we have already worked with the PyQt creator. And then now we'll just click on the mouse, click on the empty space right here, and you can see the path is highlighted, and just press CMD and click on the enter. Now we need to type something like pi uic phi and minus x form dot ui minus o, and any name you want, like let's say Jarvis. First we need to type pi uic phi and then the minus with a form.ui. This form.ui name, guys, if you have changed this name, you also need to change this name accordingly, and then minus o, and you can give any name here. I have given the Jarvis 3.2.gui and .py. Just click on enter, and yep, you can see nothing happens. And when you close this one, you can see that we have created a Jarvis 3.0 GUI.python file. You can see the type as JET.R.V.I.S. That's not important. You can see it's a Python file, guys. Just copy this one and go to the Jarvis 3.0 main and paste this near this one, guys. Now let's open this one. You can see PyQt just creates a complete Python code for us with the UI window, and you can see there's two errors under this one. You can see import resources REC. Just remove this one, guys, and just reformat the files as you need. Yes, now most of our errors will be hidden, and you can directly play this file, guys, but you won't see the icons right here because the icons are actually taken from the resource file, but we have deleted this resource, right? So we need to manually assign the full path of the UI files. For that one, just go to the beginning of the file, just zoom in this one, and you can see the pix map. Just half of the path is given in the pix map, so we need to give the full path, right? We'll just create D. D is the actual drive, and D is colon make. Just by hovering the mouse, you can see the actual PNG file you displayed with the Python interpreter. If you don't see this one, actually the path will be wrong in your case. To check this actually working, just click on play again, and you can see the KARTIS technology label alone shows. So now we just need to copy up to this and paste wherever we see the path files, and okay, have done renaming these files. Just click on the play again, and you can see all our files are clearing completely. Okay, now you can see when I place the mouse, click here, and you can see the text icon pops up, and we can type the text here, and inside the Jarvis terminal also we are typing the text. We don't need that, guys, because we don't want to type here. Just Jarvis needs to type here. For that one, down below you can see, yes, we have the text edit right here. Under this text edit, let's type self dot text edit dot set read only as true. Go to plain text edit, self dot plain text edit dot set read only to true. Okay, oh, you can't type right now. Okay, actually, guys, now we need a overlay which is hovering with our mouse when we click and drag and drop anywhere, and for that we don't need this Jarvis GUI title frame and the minimize icons. This one we don't need. For that one, go to the top, and on the top you need some codes to be executed before the actual UI forms. Let's create Jarvis GUI overlay dot set window flag as qt core dot qt dot frameless window hint. That's it. And let's click on play. As you can see, the title bar disappears. But another problem is here when we minimize and open another file, you can see the Jarvis file is going to the back when another file moves on the top. So to avoid that, we'll also need another code to be executed for that. See, the another code will be below this one, Jarvis GUI dot set window flag again. Let's call the qt core dot qt dot window type dot window stays on top hint. And now when we play, you can see when we click on this file, Jarvis standing on the top. Even we click on the file and move on the top, Jarvis file also always standing on the top. That's the UI ability. Okay, let's close this one. We'll also make the Jarvis move on the top. Just let's say 0,0 so that Jarvis always stays on the top left corner. Just play. Okay, Jarvis stays on the top left corner. Okay, now we have actually completed the GUI file. Now we need to integrate the GUI file with our main file, which we didn't even code till now. Okay, boys and girls, let's get started coding our main Jarvis file. Okay guys, now we'll import these basic modules like the PyTTS63, date and time, OS, Wikipedia, PyJokes, etc, etc. I'm not gonna teach that because I've teached those in my every video you can see in my playlist. So let's directly go dive into the PyQt coding. Let's just import PyQt5 dot Qt core. Okay, now we are good. And now to access another Python file from the main Python file, we just need to import the class from the other Python file. For that, you need to keep these two guys in the same file location. If you want to involve these GUI Python file in the main file, you need to place these two guys in the same folder. So we'll access this from the import statement. Okay, now we'll import the from Jarvis version 3.0. Okay, it's not showing. Why? Hello. Hey, you are in this. You are nearby, right? You two guys are neighbors, but why are you not showing right now? Jarvis. Hi. Let's just import. Who is this Jinja too? Bro, Jarvis. Come on, bro. Arey yaar.
One eternity later.
Oh my god. Yes, guys, I actually found the problem. You just need to rename the file, guys. Just click on Jarvis 3.0 and click on F2. You should not use the dot here because it will be considering .o_GUI extension or something else like that. But this is a little bit bug in the Python or somewhere else. I don't know, guys. I don't know this is a bug or a security fix. But now we are going to rename this as version v3_GUI. Many people will be dreaming of the v3 bike. I know these guys because I also done that. So okay, now let's okay, here it's refreshed. Okay, now let's open this up and yep, you're good. Now we'll try import from Jarvis. Yeah, this guy shows up right now. Import Jarvis over the GUI. Nice. Now let's give engine is equal to pyttsx3 dot init. Just the basic code as we have done this lot of time, guys. Just we are going to do that again.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Voices is equal to engine dot set property voices, comma voices square bracket of 0 dot id. Just we have created a basic initialization method to the voices of our Jarvis. Let's go speak audio engine dot say audio and then engine dot run and wait. Yes. Okay. This function is actually defined outside our main class, and now we are going to create our main class, which is named as class. Say Jarvis main class. Inside this, we should pass the Q thread actually. Okay. Inside this, let's create the initialization method in each self, and I will call the super. And inside the super, just call the class name just you have created, Jarvis main class, comma, and don't forget to give the self. And let's go create a run method and self dot run Jarvis. Yes, we're going to create the method for run Jarvis now, as we called it right here, run Jarvis. Inside we'll pass run Jarvis 9. Okay, 9 Jarvis, that's it now. Inside the run Jarvis method, we are going to actually declare our code. Just as beginning, we'll create a while true, and query is equal to self dot commands dot lower. This commands method, we are actually going to create it right here. def commands, it's pass self. And now the basic command function. If you don't know, guys, I'll be explaining this right now, or else you can skip to the next text 10 seconds. Okay, we didn't imported the speech recognition module, I think so. Import speech recognition as SR. Yes, SR dot recognizer with SR dot microphone as source. This is a variable. Let's say R dot pass threshold is equal to 1. Audio is equal to R dot listen to source. Let's try cmd a variable or dot recognize to Google Cloud. Actually, it's just Google, right? Okay, things got updated. We'll go Google Cloud and pass audio, comma language is equal to en English India. You can give any language you want, and also let's also give a print here so that we'll be finding Jarvis is listening or not. Then except under here, let's print. Please tell me again. Let's also speak this speak. Let's give the cmd is equal to none so that we'll be avoiding those errors, unwanted errors. Then let's return the cmd. Now we'll just create a basic code to ask for time. If time in query. Okay, we'll create this as self.query so that we can access it anywhere you like. Self.query. Okay, just I've created a code to access the time in our self.query. Okay, let's just go here. Start execution is equal to Jarvis main class. That's it. Now let's run this code. Okay, can't import name Jarvis overlay UI from the Jarvis. Okay, line 9, we got some error. Okay, actually we given the wrong name. Just paste this. Okay, now let's run. Use SIP pytype dictref instead class. Okay.
Few moments later.
Okay, guys, I've cleared this type of error with upgraded my PyQt5 and the error was resolved. Okay, let's just finish the whole code and run this later, guys, because we are getting some problems when we run this because we are using the Q thread, right? So we can't run this right now. Let's just finish the whole code. And then after this start execution method, you need to create a new class for the GUI files. Actually, you can ask that already we have created a whole Python file for this one, but why should we create this class instead? But you should create this class, guys, because our main Jarvis file is running in a thread, so that we need to display the main login window, right? Main Qt window, right? So that's why let's create here UI underscore Jarvis. Let's create the Q main window, call main Q main window here, and then init method, and then create the super int. Just pass the UI Jarvis here, comma self. Okay, right now we are going to create a variable called any variable you like. I'll give it this as Jarvis UI is equal to now we'll be calling this import statement right here, UI underscore Jarvis overlay GUI. Just paste this right here and give the brackets. now we'll be calling this Jarvis UI dot setup UI. Yes. Inside this, let's pass self. Okay, now we'll write the basic codes for our minimize button and the close button. I'll see button. Yes, we have renamed this as min button, and another one is close button, I think so. Yes, close button. Yes. So here, let's go here under this self dot Jarvis UI dot min button dot clicked dot, let's move this, dot connect, and then we are going to call a function right here, call a method right here. So let's create a method called close UI. So okay, now we'll be creating a method under this one, def close UI. Inside this, let's pass self. Whenever we call this close UI, we need just to quit the UI file, right? Just quit code. Yes. Or else there's another method. You don't need this one. Just self dot close is enough. This will directly close the whole code without calling any functions like methods. Okay. This is close button function, right? Close button function. Yeah. Now let's create the minimize button function. Jarvis UI dot min button dot click dot connect self dot minimize. Okay, now let's create method for this minimize bin. Okay, to actually play with the minimize button, let's go to this Jarvis GUI v3 file. Click on the play. So let's think that we have selected this show status icons, and then we are minimizing the window. The Jarvis should minimize this settings bar and also the terminal bar and just show up to this icons. When we remove the show status icon button and then minimize the window, just our Jarvis online should be visible in the window. For that, let's click on the close. Go here, ask parameter like the type of minimize we want actually to do. Let's say if type is equal to full, we need to minimize the full window, right? Actually guys, we just need to change this file as change win size. That will make sense. I'll explain you why. Let's copy this and paste it right here. Because when we change the win size to full, our full window should be popped up. Just for full, I'll be resizing this to 400 and 351 for minimum. Okay, I have completed the change win size as I have manually checked with my Qt creator, and then these values as x and y axis. Height and width of the actual window. In this first method, when type is full, we are going to show every icons like the Jarvis is completely going to be visible. And in the min function, like the min type, don't show any icons. You can, like the Jarvis online is only visible, and any other icons or any other UI should be hidden. And else, just show overlay and hide everything, like the listening button should be displayed, or the speaker layout should be displayed, right, like that. Okay, inside this we should be passing the minimizing this, right? So we'll just type min. Actually, you will be prompted with the error when you give directly the min right here. You need to give lambda here, lambda and a colon, then this will be working, guys. Okay, now we have successfully programmed our close button and the minimize button in our layout. And basically, when we click on the label, the application should expand, right? So we'll code the expanding of the application when we click on the Jarvis label.
Wait a minute!
Okay, now we are going to place the label here, Jarvis online GUI. Actually guys, we have made a greatest mistake right here. Our Jarvis label should be a button type. Don't worry guys, we'll change these 6 lines of codes. Okay, it's 8 lines of codes, 7 lines of code, that's it. We'll change this 7 lines of code here itself, guys. We don't need to go to the Qt creator anymore. Okay, first we'll rename this as Jarvis main button. Copy this, paste here, paste it here, paste it here, paste it here, paste it here, paste it. The geometry and the style sheet, background transparent, it's okay. Let's change this variant Q push button, and we'll just pass this right here. Okay, now let's try. Okay, we have got an error like there is no set pix map for those buttons, as I told you. Set style, we need to call this background image from the set style sheet. Just delete this one. Let's say border image. Okay, I have given the style sheet location as my Jarvis online.png. Now let's try this out. And again, Q push button object has new attributes, still set scaled contents. Where is the scaled contents? Let's also remove this one, and let's also rename this object name as Jarvis main button. Let's play, and you can see our button is appearing right now. Yes guys, this is the method you actually change the codes of the GUI file. You can see the warning right here. Any manual changes you made to this file will be lost when PyQt file is run again. Do not edit this file unless you know what you are doing. Hey bro, shut up your mouth. If you don't know how to do that, just follow my steps, or else you can do anything with your skills, guys. There's no limitations for this code. This is just like a threatening code. Okay, let's go to Jarvis main class. Okay, now let's create a listener for our Jarvis main button clicking. Self dot Jarvis UI dot Jarvis main button dot clicked dot connect. Let's create just no, we are not going to create anything, guys. Just call the change win size, and then let's pass the full. Whenever we click on the Jarvis main button, we are going to display the whole window, right? That's the thing we want to do. Don't forget to give the lambda here, or else it won't work. Okay, now it's cool. So we have successfully created the Jarvis main button listener, close button listener, and the minimize button listener too. Okay guys, in order to test this method is actually working, we need to call the main here. Just type main and press tab. You will be getting the if name is equal to main, and let's create a Q application inside this sys.argv. This is a basic code, guys. You don't need to memorize this one. UI Jarvis UI dot show and sys.exit. Okay, simple as that, guys. Now let's click on the run button. Okay, there's a problem with this connect. Okay, actually we didn't give the clicked. It's a clicked, guys, not click. Let's click on again play. Okay, now we are getting this one. Let's click on the minimize button. Oh yes, we have minimized the Jarvis successfully, and then click on this again. It's opening. Minimize, open, and then click on the close. Yep, actually it's working, guys. We have successfully commanded the 3 buttons right now. Just inside this, let's say UI dot resize 148 and 180. Let's again play. You can see this. When we click on this, it opens. When we minimize, it closes. Okay, cool, guys. Let's just make these UI buttons to play. Okay, for that we'll create the method called run all GIF self. I'll be doing this in one step, guys, because this is a hell of code, and I'll be teaching you right now. Okay, as you can see, in simple terms, we are creating a variable right here, qtgui.movie, and we are specifying the location of our GIF file actually. And just Jarvis UI.listening table, just the listening label, you should call the listening label right here. You should give the same name to actually call that one, or else you'll be getting an error. And we'll give the set movie, and this variable we are calling inside this one, and self.Jarvis UI.listening movie.start. For every other movies, you just need to do like this 3 lines of codes. Okay. After doing that, it's important that we are going to call the start execution here. Start execution dot start. Yes, this start execution dot start actually triggers our main Jarvis file. You can see the start execution is equal to main Jarvis file class. This class is triggered, and then it goes to the initialization method, and then directly it goes to the run method. Inside the run method, it is calling the Jarvis run Jarvis method. And when we go to the run Jarvis method, here we have a while true self.query is equal to command.lower. So we are going to take our microphone as an input to listen, and then blah blah blah, doing the kind of stuff. Run all GIFs inside the initialization method. So let's just run all GIFs. Okay, now let's play. Okay, there's error. Did you mean sleeping label? On which line? In line 92. Okay. Yep. I'm referring to the sleeping label. Sorry for that, bro. Python, bro. Close. Let's just run again. Okay. Jarvis is sleeping actually, because don't confuse with the sleeping label, guys. Because the sleeping label is not programmed right now. Just we are playing every other labels, but we are not actually dynamically changing those labels. Just Jarvis is listening, and we'll see what is he typing. Actually, I said many things right now. Okay. Still listening, huh? What happened, bro? Hey, what's the time? Okay, I think so. He's dead. Let's run this again. Hey, dead man, can you hear me? Huh. Okay, now you got ears. Okay. Jarvis is actually working, guys. Guys, it is very simple to update those UIs dynamically. Just we'll minimize this one, and under this one, let's create a method called update. Let's pass a state variable here. Let's just type if state is equal to, let's say, speaking. When our state is speaking, like when our Jarvis is speaking, we need to display the speaking label as the top front and hide every other labels. As you can see, the speaking label, I have raised the speaking label to the top, and speaking label should be shown, and the listening label should be hidden, loading label should be hidden, and the sleeping label should also be hidden. Well, the only label should be shown is the speaking label. Just update for every other things, guys. If state is equal to listening, state is equal to loading, state is equal to sleeping. We are updating this up respectively. Okay, right? Now we need to call this update GIFs dynamically inside our main Jarvis function, so that it will be triggered every time when we speak, when we listen, or do sleep, etc. So whenever we are getting into the speak function, let's just call the UI dot update GIFs dynamically. Let's say speaking. Actually, you can see this UI. Why should I use this UI dot update dynamically? You can see we have created a class instance of UI is equal to UI Jarvis. You can also directly call UI Jarvis, but it won't work and it will give you errors because we have already created an instance. So that's why. Say the commands. Let's also update the UI dot dynamically. Let's give listening. Okay, state is equal to listening. When we go to our try method, also we'll update movie dynamically as loading. We'll create the sleep method later. Let's click on the play. Yes, Jarvis is listening. Hey Jarvis, how are you? Yes, it's loading. Okay, the speaking label is not visible. Okay, the Jarvis didn't speak. Hey, what's the time, bro? Loading. Still loading.
Sir, the
Okay.
time is 2023 and 2
Speaking label
seconds.
is also visible, and these are in good condition, guys. So we have successfully completed the update movies dynamically method. Now let's display the terminal first, and then we'll go to the search, and then we'll go to the settings icons. Let's close this one. This is very simple, guys. Just create a method called terminal print. Inside this, let's pass the text. Under this one, self dot Jarvis UI dot terminal okay, text. Okay, we didn't change those object names. Okay, bro. Actually, it's plain text. Plain text read. Yeah, this one. We'll rename this as terminal text. Copy, paste, toothpaste. Okay. Let's go. Jarvis UI dot terminal text dot append plain text. Let's pass the text. That's it. We'll just going to be calling this every time we call the print statement. When we are going to call the print statement, yes, here there is a print listening. We are going to replace this one into UI dot terminal print. That's it. And whenever we find the print, we'll be replacing this with UI dot terminal print. So simple. That's it. Now let's play. Hey man, what's the time? You can see the listening is appearing right now.
Sir, the time is
Yep.
20:25 and 34 seconds.
This is good, guys. This good, guys. Jarvis is keep on upgrading itself, guys. Yes. Let's close. Now let's program the manual coding session, guys. The manual coding session will be a bit more complicated. So we'll just minimize these ones, and below this let's create a method manual code from terminal. We need to call this function whenever the search button is clicked. You know how to call this one, guys. Self.jarvisui dot search. Actually we don't actually renamed those search button. Okay, search frame. Yes, actually it's a send button. Okay, not search button, it's a send button. Send button dot clicked dot connect self dot manual code from terminal. That's it. Let's just first check if the text box actually contains text, or else we don't wanna do anything for that one. Self dot Jarvis UI dot search. What's the name of the text? Search text. Let's change this as search text input. Search text input dot text. If text input has a text, then we'll go take cmd is equal to self dot Jarvis UI dot search text input dot text. Just we are checking if the search input has a text. If it has a text, we are saving this text inside as cmd variable. Clear the Jarvis UI dot search input text dot clear to remove the text, unwanted text, guys. Also self dot Jarvis UI dot terminal text dot append plain text. Just you just typed this kind of sentence like that. Just we'll make the simple codes inside this. If we are asking if cmd is equal to exit, the UI should be closed. Also we can, if the cmd is equal to time, we should speak time and display the time accordingly. If there is nothing else, just pass. Okay, let's click on the play and try this out right now. Okay, there's a fault. We can see there's no attribute dot called line edit in the line 206 of Jarvis v3 GUI. 206, let's go. Okay, we have renamed this file name, right? The file name is actually where's the file name? Search text input. Yes. Okay, now it's cool. Okay, it's working. Let's just type QUIT and click. You just typed quit. Okay, we need to type exit for that one. Okay, UI is closed. Let's ask time right now.
Sir, the time is 20:31 and 35 seconds.
Okay, good. Jarvis actually typed the time and set the time. You can give n number of functions you want, guys. Now we'll give the checkbox input commands, guys. Let's first go show status icons checkbox. Let's close this one. Let's create as listener Jarvis UI show icon cb. Show icon cb dot, here we will be using the state changed method dot connect. Let's create called show icon toggle. Let's create the show icon toggle method. When you are creating a method for checkboxes, we can directly take comma checked input from here. We don't actually want to pass anything here, guys. You can directly call the checked parameter, because in default the checkboxes will return true or false based upon the checkbox is ticked or else it is not ticked. You can directly call the parameter checked and use it directly, guys. If let's say if checked, let's create a variable called self dot show status is equal to true, else equal to false. Yes, actually the basic method behind this one is when we play this one, I'll explain you guys. We are opening the window, and when we click on the minimize button, we are getting Jarvis online and not the show status icons with this one. So we are just taking the show status icons method as true and false, and we'll update this when the window size changes. Okay, inside this we'll call this function whenever our type is equal to minimum, then let's add a statement here whether this show status icon is true or false. If the show status icon is true, we don't need to minimize the total window, we just need to minimize the settings icon and leave the status icons as default. So let's type if not self dot show status icons, let's resize as this, else we'll resize this as 140, just show overlay and hide everything. You can see if the type is equal to full, we are going to display the whole functions. If the type is equal to minimum, and also it's checking like if the show status icons is not true, like if the show status icon is false, we just don't show any icons. If else like the status type is equal to something else, just show overlay and hide everything. Let's just play and I'll teach you how this works. Just we click on this login function. When we minimize this without checking this show status icons, this is minimized completely. Okay, we got crashed. We'll check why. Okay, actually we need to call this one in the init function, guys. I forgot to say this is equal to true. So let's keep this as false for now, and let's run this file. And yep, when we click on this, when we click on the minimize button without checking the checkbox, we see just the online Jarvis online shows up. When we click this again and we'll check this show status icons, we minimize and we are getting this one again. Yeah, this is what we need. Just click on if you want this show status icon as defaultly enabled, just give here true, and also don't forget to go to your Jarvis v3 GUI, go to show status, let's go CB, show icon CB. Here you need to self dot show icon CB dot set checked as true. Okay, now your UI is defaultly enabled to show the status icons. Let's go play, and you can see the status icon is checked. When we uncheck this one and minimize, it's completely working fine, and we'll code the show terminal checkbox right now. As the same way, self dot Jarvis UI dot show terminal checkbox dot state changed dot connect. Let's create one called show terminal toggle. Let's copy this up. Let's go create a function, a method. So terminal toggle. Just as we created here, we also call the checked here, whether the checkbox is checked or not. We'll check this. If checked, let's create the variable again, self dot show terminal, and now we'll going to be calling the change win size inside this. Let's make this as full, because when the checkbox is checked, we need to display a whole screen, right? When the checkbox is not ticked, just call this here, and then we are going to randomly change the size of our window to 398, 180. As I checked, my case 398 and 180 is working, so I use this one. In your case, it might be different, so try figuring out what's your window size and keep this as. So let's click on the play button. You can see when I click the show terminal, okay, nothing happens. Okay, now it's showing. Okay, when I click the show terminal, it's toggling up. Okay, good. We'll close this one. Now let's go try our mute Jarvis method right now. Actually, the mute button is something tricky, guys. We need to handle it very carefully. Okay, let's create a variable self dot Jarvis UI dot mute cb dot change state changed dot connect self dot toggle mute btn. Okay, inside this, let's just check. You've checked. Okay, let's just delete this one for now. Now, guys, we are actually going to our main class file. Actually, we need to manipulate some code inside the main class file in order to mute our Jarvis. Now we are going to create a new method called df toggle mute. Inside this self state Let's say if state self dot mute state, it's a variable, is equal to, let's say yes, UI dot terminal print muted UI dot update movie. I update the GIF dynamically. Let's say sleeping, and then let's speak muted sir. Okay, wow. In the else, we just call the self dot mute state is equal to no, and everything is inversely proportional to this one. And then you can see there's error popping up. Just nothing, guys. In the init method, you need to call this one, as we need to initialize these variables. Mute state is equal to, let's give none. So again, we need to create another method, def check mute state status check mute is equal to UI dot Jarvis UI dot mute Jarvis checkbox dot check state. Just we are checking if the checkbox is actually checked or not. If check mute is equal to 0, 0 means if the checkbox is not ticked, the checkbox is false. Return false. This is a must code, guys. If you if you omit this code, mute statement won't work. So you need to do this code if you have the mute button in your UI. Okay, now we'll go to our toggle mute button and just type if checked Jarvis main class dot toggle mute self comma true, state is equal to true, and else same, we are going to change the state as false. Now let's try. Let's click on the mute.
Muted sir.
Muted sir. Jarvis speaks as muted sir, but the UI is not changing. Okay, in the background, Jarvis is also listening. Okay, actually we need to do some patchworks because our Jarvis is listening on the background, right? So to avoid that, in the speak function, we need to create a if else statement here. If start execution dot mute state is equal to yes, you don't need to speak anything, pass, else you can do anything, bro. If the mute state is equal to yes, you don't need to speak. If it is not, you can speak. Then we'll go to the command section, and inside the command section, after the audio, we can check if the status is muted. Check mute state is equal to self dot check mute status, and then okay, if the check mute state is true, just is equal to true. More likely coders won't do like that. Just remove this one. This is actually work fine. If mute cmd is equal to none and UI dot update GIFs dynamically, let's go sleeping, and then pass without going to the try method. Else you can do anything, bro. Let's just give this inside this. Okay, that's it. If the check mute status, like the check mute status is true, then commands won't be executed. That's what we have done right now. Here inside the while loop, let's also create a check mute here. Check mute variable here is equal to self dot check mute status, and if the check mute status is not muted, if not check mute, then let's go play this one. Else just pass. That's it, guys. Let's click on the play. Go mute Jarvis.
Muted sir.
Yes, you can see the mute Jarvis label is opened, and Jarvis is no longer listening to our words, and he won't type anything whenever you say or something else. But these code will actually work, guys. Just you can uncheck this box and minimize. Jarvis is minimized to its purest form, and click on this and minimize. You can see, and these cells are working fine, guys. You can unmute him and speak to him anytime. So show terminal is also working, and then let's go to do our custom search icon to disappear and appear when we click on this toggle button. Actually, you can find the total frame here. The total search frame contains the send button and the search text input, so we can directly hide the full frame for the toggle button respectively. Okay, we'll create another one here. self.jarvis UI dot show terminals, not terminals, search custom search checkbox dot state changed dot connect. Let's create a method show search toggle. In here, just we see if it is checked. If it is checked, let's create a variable called show search show search. Let's just say source search is equal to true, and self dot jarvis UI dot the frame name is actually search frame dot show, else it's the false and it should be hidden. You can see it's also giving a light under white arrow, white underline. Just need to call this inside the init function. Okay, let's just click on the player now. Let's go custom search. Okay, you can see the custom search is appearing and disappearing simultaneously. And finally, we have the show IronHome icons. Actually, I'm not gonna do that right now because you actually know how to do that right now, guys. Please make this as a homework and do this as a good task, guys. Actually, I'm again telling that I have put a greatest video of my lifetime, that I've created something special to control my home appliances. I've given the link in the description. Please check it out and it will be useful, guys. Okay, at last we are going to create a function how to move the Jarvis UI around your screen with a mouse click and drag, anything you want, guys. That's not working right now, right? So when we click and drag this icon, it should be moved around your mouse. That's what we are going to do now. It's very simple, guys. Let's go down below and let's take empty space around anywhere. Let's create a method called mouse press event. Let's just take this EA naught and rename this with event self dot old position is equal to event dot global position. Just you have a white underline, just click on the add field old position. Okay, and under this one let's create another method df mouse move event. Let's also rename this as event. Let's create a variable called d is equal to pyqtify dot qtcore dot qpoint. Inside this event, it's called the event dot global position minus self dot old position, self dot move self dot x plus d dot x comma self dot y plus d dot y. Okay, and this one self dot old position is equal to events dot global position. Okay, above this you can see the self dot old position is none. Actually, we don't view this as none. pyqtify dot qtcore dot qpoint. Okay, now I'll run this code. You can see, let's click and drag this file. Yay, our Jarvis is coming with my mouse. Yay, I can place it anywhere on my screen now. Let's open this file, and also I can move this anywhere. I can move to my second window and third window, fourth window, fifth window, sixth window. Actually, I don't have more than 2 windows, just kidding. And it works. Yeah, guys, now we are finished with our UI of our Jarvis. Now we are going to move to our main Jarvis, which we just have the time function right now, and we'll be developing this code until we have something special like a AI chatbot, etc., guys. So for the beginning, I'll go with the translation function. So let's say if translate dot query, let's just move to the translation. Actually, self dot translation. Let's create a method right now. Self dot translation is the method. Let's copy this. Let's create a method. Okay, below this one, commands def translation self. Yes, it's also pass the query right here. Let's say t query for translation query. We will say t query. Query. Okay, first let's call the t query is equal to t query dot replace. Just we need to replace the translate to null, because when we say translate here, this elif is okay, this is elif. Actually, we need to pass the self dot query here. Okay, Fine. So the self.query, the actual query is passed through the translation T query, and then we need to replace the translate in order to perfectly translate what we are exactly saying. That's why this is happening. For the next step, we need to install Google Translator first. So let's go to our terminal. Let's say pip install Google Trans. Okay. In my case, requirement already satisfied. You just need to install the Google Trans module. That's it. Then go to the top, import from Google Trans, import translator alone. Down here, let's just initialize the translator. Translator is equal to translator brackets. Then we'll use the try method because the translator often throws some error, so we don't need to crash our code often, guys. Just we use the try method, or else if any error occurs inside this try method, we'll go to the except method and just print unable to translate like that. So let's type text to translate is equal to translator dot translate T query. We need to pass the self.query. Instead, we are passing the T query as we get this as a parameter. src is equal to, let's say, en, actually the English, and the destination is equal to, you can set the destination to any language. Let me say this is Tamil, just because I know Tamil language, so that's why I'm saying. You can use French, Spanish, etc., whichever your language you like. I've just made a complete tutorial about this translation module, guys. Please check this video. I'll also give the link in the description. If you have any doubts regarding this, you can check that video, or else you can manage with this video, guys. There is no need to worry. Text is equal to text to translate dot text, and then let's also pronunciate this. Pronunciation pro is equal to text to translate dot pronunciation. Yes, Jarvis need to speak that word, right? So we need the pronunciation also. UI dot, let's print this one, terminal print pronunciation. Okay, it's pro plus the equal to, and this one just for the reference that we have pronunciated the text and then writing the text. Let's speak pronunciation, that's pro. And then in the except block, if we get any exception as e UI dot terminal print, let's say unable to translate, and then UI dot terminal print, let's also speak unable to translate, sir. Okay, now on our main Jarvis code, we just passed the translate here. Okay, let's try this if it is working or not. Let's click on play. Translate eppadi irukka.
Epi Iraq.
என்னது eppadi irukka? Yes, see guys, you can see the Tamil letter, the words here. Eppadi irukka. Okay, just this guy actually working good, but not so good. Okay, that's okay, guys. Let's okay, guys, I'll teach you how to do Google search. And when if you search for DOB of Bin Laden, you can see it says 10th March 1957. Oh, okay. So we need our Jarvis to actually make a request to Google with the DOB of Bin Laden or any other query you just say. Like we can also say Robert Downey age of Robert Downey Jr. It says 58 years. So we just need this 58 years as an answer from the Jarvis. So we need to scrap the website. Just click on here, click on inspect. You can see just you need to click on this kutty arrow. Click on this and place this on here. If you know HTML, you will be familiar with this, guys. But if you don't know about web development, you don't. That's okay. I'm gonna teach you how to do this. Just you have highlighted the div class is equal to z0 lcw, that's something like that, right? You have the 58 and nb. This is the encoding of the space text actually, guys. And then we have the years right here. Years, not years, years. Okay, pronunciation is same, so don't confuse with that. Okay, let's just minimize this one. Let's create a method called df Google search. We need the let's say G query here, because we use the T query. Now we will use the G query for Google query. Okay, I've replaced these search, Google, find, Wikipedia, about, tell me. The unwanted text is removed because the search should be like the pure, right? So that's why the Google URL will be like here, the https www.google.co.in/ question mark q is equal to, and then we'll pass the G query, actually not query, and then the G query right here. Just in Google, when you go to Google, you can see the link will be www.google.com, search q is equal to age plus of plus Robert plus Downey plus JR, and then this will be hash generated code which we don't want. You can also delete this and just click on enter. You will also be prompted with this one, guys. You can also change the query age of let's say Johnny plus Deb. Okay, you can see it says 60 years. It's a retirement year for his life actually. Okay, just minimize this one. So we are passing the G query right here after the search question mark q. After this, we need the header files. Actually, you can go to the Google Chrome. Just go to Google and type what is my user agent. You will be prompted with this Mozilla 5.0 NT. Just copy this, paste it right here, guys. Just make sure you paste them in single line, okay, with the codes before and after. Okay, now we are successfully getting the headers. So now actually we are going to do web scraping. So we need the request module and the beautiful soup module in order to scrap our websites. So go top. Let's just import requests. Request is a default module, and also import beautiful soup. It's named as bs4. Okay, down below here, let's create a variable called page is equal to requests dot get in brackets. Let's pass the URL here, comma, the headers is equal, and then under this let's create a variable called soup. Soup is equal to, let's say, bs4 dot beautiful soup. Inside this, let's pass the page dot content, comma, let's pass the features as html minus dot parser. Now let's give a try block. Results is equal to let's say res is equal to dot find. Now we need to find the exact class here. Class is equal to, now we need to find the class. Dot get underscore text. Actually, I said you how to find the class right now, guys. Just go to Google and you have the inspect tab opened right here. When you click on this putty arrow and place it on any para you want, just I'm gonna take this para and click on this. You will be highlighted right here, and here it says class is equal to set0 lcw. Just double click on this one and it will be highlighted. Just click Ctrl C to copy, or else you can also copy from here. Just go to your code and just paste it right here. That's it, guys. So simple. Actually, the class should be in underscore. Okay, this class. Under this, let's also print this using the UI.terminal print. Also speak. That's it. Let's give the except block. Exception as E. Speak, no results found, sir. And also UI.terminal print, no results found, sir. Okay, fine. Let's give the exception right here, not E. Okay, we have completed our Google search right now. Let's click. Okay, now we need to ask here, right? So elf, let's say search in self.query or Google in self.query. Let's just go to the Google self.google search, and then we need to pass the self.query here. That's it. Let's play and check this out. Google search age of Robert Downey Jr. Google search age of Robert Downey Jr. Yes.
No results found, sir.
Oh, no results found. But why? Google search age of Bin Laden.
No results found, sir.
Actually, guys, here we need to specify headers is equal to headers. That's good. Right now, let's play the code. Search age of Johnny Depp.
According to Google, 60 years.
Oh, okay. Google age of Amber Heard.
According to Google, 37 years.
Okay, this one is good. You can see Google's age. You can see Amber Heard as 37 years. Okay, it's working good, guys. So finally, we are going into our AI concept. Yes, guys, we are going to implement the AI feature now. Let's just open our Google. Let's go to the website called convey.com. Okay, after logging in your convey ID, you can have this like a dashboard, and you have characters, some characters. If you have already created some characters, you have this one. If you need to create a character for your AI, you need to go to the create character window. As I completely done a video regarding this, I've made a complete video about the creation of your character, guys. You can create your character and just implement these API functions with your unique code without even using inside your Jarvis. That will be more useful for you guys. Please check the video. That will be more helpful for you. So let's just directly dive into taking the API key and just using that inside our Jarvis. So for that, let's minimize, let's create, let's just minimize this translation and the Google search too. Let's just create DEF convey chat. Let's pass the convey queries called cquery, and also session ID is important right here. I've also mentioned this session ID in the old video too. Okay, now let's say UI.terminal print Jarvis is thinking. Now we need to create a payload here. Payload is equal to, this will be like a type of the user agent which we have just programmed before, right? So we need to pass the user text. It should be inside this double quotes, single quotes, double quotes, etc. User text will be the first parameter, and the user text is the C query. So let's say f dash q, inside we'll pass this. Down below we need to pass the character ID. This should be the character ID. We should take it from the website. Actually go to the convey website and click on any of your characters. Let's click on this character. You have your character's ID right here. Just copy this, go here, just paste it right here. Then you need to just give comma here. I forgot to give comma, and also a comma here. Then go down. You need to create a session ID. Session ID is equal to let's take the session ID, and that's it. These three payloads is important. And then we'll also need to give the headers here. Let's say headers is equal to the headers. We need to actually pass the convey API key. Convey minus API minus key, and the API key is taken from the website. Actually, you need to click on this key icon called API key. Just click on this and click on copy, then minimize. Just paste it right here. Then down the headers, we need to create a variable called response equals to requests. Already we imported the request dot request. Let's say post comma. Here you need to pass the URL. Actually, we need to pass the convey URL. For that, okay, I'll paste the URL right here, AI URL, and then let's pass the AI URL here also. AI URL comma headers is equal to headers, and the data is equal to the payload, and then the data variable is equal to let's create a data variable, and the response dot we need to JSON the file, and character response, create a variable called character response is equal to data inside square brackets. We need to just take the text here, and then we'll also take the session ID as data inside the session ID. Let's go terminal print character response, and let's speak the character response, and then finally we need to return the session ID in order to make line by line conversation, guys. It's important to retrieve the session key after each chat. Okay, wow. I've also explained how important is retrieving the session ID in my before video. You can also check that. I think I'm diverting you to see my other videos, but guys, it's actually we have already crossed 1.5 hours, right? I'm trying to make the video so short so that I'm trying to divert you. But don't go directly and watch the video, guys. Just finish the video and then you can go. Okay, wow. So let's try this now, guys. Let's click on. Okay, we didn't call this one. If there is no translate, if there is no search, if there is no time, we need to directly call the else dot convey chat. Let's pass the self dot query. Now we need to pass the session ID, right? Actually, it's a small hack, guys. Before the while true method, we need to create ses ID, which is a session ID is equal to, it should be -1. let's give this. Okay, sys id is equal to -1, and you need to pass the sys id here, and also you need to replace the session id after every successful chat response, because you are returning the session id right here. So okay, let's click on the play. Session ID is important to have the continuity in each chat, guys. That's why I am telling you to make the session ID important. Let's close this one and try again because I said something. Hey Jarvis, what's your backstory, bro? It's loading. Okay, Jarvis is thinking. As you can see, it went through the convey chat. Let's see what is Jarvis is speaking.
I'm your best friend, but I don't have a backstory as fascinating as KARTIS's journey.
So KARTIS is
I was created to assist him and evolved into his most trusted ally.
Oh.
My existence is all about supporting and enhancing the capabilities of my human counterparts, like a true techno sidekick. So, what do you need assistance with in your sci-fi adventure of life?
Okay guys, we completed our total Jarvis code. As you can ask me that, hey bro, you didn't complete the full code, but I've actually done many videos completing these codes. You can also check my old version. I've told this word
14,605,000.
Oh, okay, that times are okay, but I am just making sure to keep the total video time as low as possible. You can also add Wikipedia, you can also add Open Firefox. I'll show you how. Okay, you can see I've already created one called, let's go to the top. Yeah, as you can see, Open Firefox, Wikipedia, play, mute, joke, translate, exit program, lights on. The lights on is depending upon the IronHome connected, guys. I just told you about the IronHome project, right? It will be controlling my fans, lights on my room, etc. And also I have typed the manual code from terminal. Hello, time, open Firefox, play, mute, etc. guys. Play with your own Jarvis and make your customized version of Jarvis. And you also can tag me on your Instagram story uploading your Jarvis files. Like the UI files of our Jarvis. I'll be so happy to watching those videos. If you have watched till now this video, if you have any doubts regarding the Jarvis, you can go to the Discord. I've also made a video about that, how to ask your doubts. But also I'll tell you right now, just go to Discord. You can also open Discord from your website. Just go to Clarify Doubts Forum here. Actually, you need to join the Discord server, right? First, you need to go to description and join our Discord server. The link will be in the description. And then once you joined, click on the Clarify Doubts Forum and you can ask your doubt here with the tag. Just press @ and select the error solver. Yes, right here you have highlighted the error solver, and then just ask your doubts regarding anything, and then just you can post the doubts. The error solvers will be like the error solver online here. Those guys will be responding immediately. I have already uploaded a video regarding how to ask your doubts in the Discord forum. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and make sure you subscribe the channel. That's not fair. If you need to subscribe here, guys, you need to like the video, and also if you love the video, please give me a super thanks or put the membership, or you can also give me super chat, anything guys. That will be so helpful and motivating me to do many other videos. Thank you so much for watching again. Okay, we'll see you in another fine video, and also comment down what will be the Jarvis 4.0. I'm so bad at English, guys. Sorry for this bad English.